Hey, y'all. Sorry about that abrupt cutoff. I actually was talking and I said a name. So I had to go back and try to edit it. And I have to admit, I'm still a little bit ignorant at how this program works. So I just had to delete the end of it and kind of start over. I'll figure it out eventually. But um, to move on with this whole thing about my mom, there was a while back, probably, I don't know now, maybe 6 years or so ago, where my mother actually said to me that she has always been jealous of me. Now, I don't know about the rest of the world, but when somebody says to me that they've always been jealous of me, that doesn't equal good things. You know, when I was younger and I was jealous of somebody, I was really kind of hateful to them, you know. Um, had a grudge against them for because they were prettier than me, or whatever the case was, whatever jealousy I had toward that person, it was never good. So knowing that my mother has been jealous of me my whole life, when she said that to me, it kind of you know kind of made my life make a little more sense. I mean, as much sense as it can make, given the things that I've been to. I've been oppressed by her my entire life, and she absolutely did not expect this. She did not expect me to stand up for myself. She did not expect me to take my power back, because I've always given in and went back because she was my mom. And there were a lot of people who said to me, "Oh, now come on, she's your mom. She's your mom. Even though she does this and that, she's your mom." Well, it's true. She is. And I do love her. But if your mom did the things to you that my mom did to me, you might have a different opinion about whether or not you should stay in that person's life. Just because a person is family doesn't mean that they deserve a spot in your life. Just saying. Um, so um, I was told that there are probably close to 3 deaths in my family that are because of her. And my grandfather, something with my grandfather. I was also told about her putting Ajax in cakes. These are things that I'm being told. I haven't seen these things for myself. These are things that are being told to me. There's a dirty lawyer that helps my mom and my brother in Colorado. And I keep being shown the name Kevin. Maybe he goes by Kev, or they call him Kev. But there is definitely somebody by the name of Kevin, and there is also somebody by the name of Michael. Michael could also be this lawyer, and he's somehow related. Son-in-law, brother-in-law, maybe not brother-in-law. It's, some kind of an in-law. There obviously is some insurance fraud, life insurance policies that have been taken out on me because they expected me to be dead by now. So not only were they going to take my inheritance, but they were also going to get money off of my death. There's fraud where my mother has signed paperwork with my name. I know that my mother has used my social security number ever since I was a kid. She had to have lights turned on with my social security number when we were kids, when we had the electricity turned off. I believe that there was a point in time where she actually had to use my social security number to get a job because she was in so much trouble for check fraud. writing hot checks on accounts that didn't even exist anymore, that she was having a hard time getting a job. So she used me. I was her scapegoat. Hmm. Always her scapegoat. I've been her scapegoat my entire life. My mom has used black magic on me. And when I was, I think, 7 or 8 years old, I believe there was a priest involved that did some kind of a spell on my memory to help me forget who I am, um, what I am. I believe she fed me graveyard dirt. I think she was one of the people who fed me graveyard dirt. She definitely has defamed my character. There's defamation of character here. My whole life. Mm-hmm. A lot of it. I believe she had a facelift with my money. My brother has been charged with grand larceny. So he's following right in her footsteps. And now attempted murder because he was in on this, helping my mother to have me killed. It was a cohort between him and mom. They're both in on it. My mom is a pedophile. From what I told you earlier about her letting men have me while she was in the living room. She also let and had me stay with men that she knew were pedophiles. So, to my nieces and my nephews, keep your children away from her. And if you're going to let them around her, don't you dare leave those babies with her by themselves. Ever. There's credit card fraud, quite possibly in my name with my mom. Um, her and my brother are basically tyrants, but she is definitely a tyrant. There's so much childhood trauma. And I am such a strong minded person now because of everything that she did and put me through. I didn't deserve what she did to me, but I never let her break me. And that takes a very strong minded, strong willed human being. And to be the person that I am, as kind and as loving and as opposite of her, it had to take a strong mind and a strong will. So I give myself credit. She didn't win. She's never going to win. She's always been a pill popper, and I believe she is still popping pills. And I think my brother has an addiction to opioids. And I was told that there could be an overdose, and people are just going to be absolutely shocked when they find out. I can't really think of. That's all I have right now in my notes. Um, basically, just a God complex, trying to ruin a person's life for no other reason than you're jealous and envious and greedy over a child that may not even be hers, that she stole me. Why did you even bother? What was the point? I have a lot of questions. I don't know if I'll ever have those answers, and maybe they'll come to me later, and maybe I don't need them anymore. Right now, I have a lot of questions, and there's a good possibility that Father God is going to tell me as the time goes by. Maybe I'm just not ready to hear it yet. I don't know, but I'll know what I need to know. All I know is that I'm healed enough to get past this, to not have to live in that past anymore. I get to move on with my life, and I get to be happy, and I get to be mother free and brother free. There's somebody in the courthouse. um what do they call them? It's not a court recorder, where you go in to pay fines and things like that at the courthouse. What is that called? There's somebody that works in there that assisted my mom and my brother. Yeah. Yes, there is. There's somebody there that helped them as well. That's how they were able to get away with the things that they were able to get away with. They manipulated a lot of people. These people were told a lot of lies. But like I said, I mean, back in the town that I lived in, my mother has been telling these lies about me for most of my life, since 1982 when we moved there. So all of the people that she's been talking to and lying to, all of these people that she's been, you know, defaming my character to all of this time, they've all been under the illusion that I was a terrible person. I was a drug addict. I was, a prostitute. I was this and that and whatever other 100 million things that she lied about. So all of these people have been under an illusion of who they think I am. People, why do you believe the things that other people say? Do you not have a mind of your own to be able to go to a person and say, "Hey, my name is this. What's your name?" And have an opportunity to actually talk to that person to see, if that person might even be like another person says they are. I mean, why do people judge based on something somebody else says? You don't know what that person who's saying it, you don't know what their intentions are. That's why gossip is such a bad thing. And do you know that when you gossip about somebody, that's actually black magic? That is sending a bad intention out there to that person, out there into the air, out there into the universe, out there into the ethers, into the collective. And that's what gossip is. It's a source of black magic. You're casting a spell. Your words are strong. Your words, people's words, just the things that you say without even knowing that you're casting something, can cast a spell on a person. Defamation of character, people. Could you imagine being a kind, loving person and everybody treating you like you're a crackpot? Everybody looking at you sideways because they've been told all of these things, but what they're seeing is different than what they're being told, but nobody has the courage to say anything to you? I have been living through this alone my entire life. This is abuse, the kind of abuse that nobody, nobody should ever have to endure. And I've been enduring this alone for a lifetime. I am so thankful. As bad as this is, I am so thankful that I am finally going to be vindicated. I am so thankful that the truth is finally coming out. Thank you, God. Oh, seriously, I'm so happy. These are not tears of sadness. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the truth is finally going to come out. And I'm finally going to be able to let this all go. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. All right. So I promised myself I wasn't going to do that. Dang it. You have no idea what a weight has been lifted off of me. I feel like the universe has been lifted off of me. It's wonderful. It really is. Oh, I can't wait to start my life, my new life, my right life. The life I was meant to live. I'm so excited. And y'all are going to get to join me because you're going to see me. You're going to see me a lot everywhere. Yeah. You're going to see me a lot everywhere. I'm going to write a book. Yeah. I don't know exactly, how long it's going to take before that comes out. But I am going to write a book. I'm going to write my life story because it's pretty freaking phenomenal. I mean, you're just seeing a chapter and you've only heard a scratch of the surface of the things that I've been through in my life. So, yeah, this is like American Greed kind of stuff, times 10 with black magic. This is the kind of thing that people think doesn't exist. This is the kind of thing that people are like, what? What? That's crazy talk. Remember my very first video, crazy talk? How the unreal is real? Well, here we are. Back to that again. It's real. And I'm free. I'm free to be me for the first time in my life. And it feels amazing. Amazing. So, on that note, I'm going to go. Wish me luck with this whole heater thing. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out yet, but we'll see. As always, love each other. Love yourselves. And I love you. See you later.